We have such sights to show you. At the Knife Shift. Hey guys, it's Jonas again. Getting back to the Blu-Ray horror collection here. Now I have to start off, before we left off, I was on the Peas down with Pumpkinhead, but I got a new edition, and I figure that I should show you guys that one just to start it off. Yes, it's the original Candyman. I can't believe I didn't own this movie already. My God, is it amazing. And of course, the new one's coming out soon, so it was pretty good timing. So if you haven't seen it yet, you're out of your mind. If you're a horror fan at all and you've been putting off Candyman, well, it's probably just because you're terrified of the concept. Honestly, yeah, it is creepy as hell. And that soundtrack, oh man, I would love to get a vinyl copy of that one day. But Candyman on Blu-ray, yes, definitely worth it. I wish I could have found a steelbook, but man, that's just about impossible to find now. Alright, so, where we left off, all the way down here. Alright, let's see. I think we are on Pumpkinhead 2. For the movie being what it is, the cover art is pretty badass for this one. Of course, it's not quite up to par with the first one. It's okay, don't get me wrong. It's one I've binge watched as a double feature with the original many times. But the story, they took some interesting liberties with it, I guess I'll say. Not quite as enduring of a story as the first one was, so not going to spend too much time on that. And no, I would never own 3 or 4. Never. Alright, let's keep going. Some people would consider it a horror movie, but I'm going to give an honorable mention to The Raid Redemption, just because this is one of the most hardcore action movies out there that just pulls no punches, and how vicious just close quarters combat can be. Yeah, you guys need to check this one out, even if it's just a rental. Yeah, amazing film. Okay, going down the line. What do we got? It's a double feature. You know, these are always great if you can find them. Nice way to own a decent transfer copy of most of these movies when they do the 2-packs. Reanimator up first. Mr. Herbert West there. Oh, it is one of the classics. I believe it was on Joe Bob's The Last Drive-In not too long ago. So was the other movie. Yes, The Hills Have Eyes, one of the original Wes Craven thrillers. And still holds up really well. I just watched it not too long ago, and yeah, I was still pretty impressed. It was a good movie. Nice ending, too. Definitely happier ending than the original, or than the remake that came out recently. Although, I do need to give that one another watch, so I might need to pick up a copy. Alright, what do we got next? Yeah, those are horror shelter. Picking up that it's hard to get them in and out now. What are we on? Oh! Repo. The Genetic Opera. And now, this is not the remake. This is the original that actually was an opera. Yes, it's a musical, but it might be one of the best musicals in the horror genre. I know there's not many. Trust me, there's a couple. This one's pretty damn good. I can't get over that Bill Moseley does not get more credit for his crazy-ass character in this movie, but that's just me. I'm a fan. Alright, what do we got next? Oh, I remember getting this from a friend because he didn't have a Blu-ray player and had purchased this by accident. And he's like, oh, I don't want anything for it, you can just have it, because I know you have that collection, so you don't have this one, do you? Ha! You know, it's good to have friends. I'll just say that. And you know, it's kind of a good movie. I know that's probably a statement some people don't agree with, but, you know, for what it is, it was good. I remember seeing it in the theater opening day. We skipped school. That's how old I am. Oh, what do we got next? Ooh. Oh, man. This just... How is is there just so much gold on this shelf? Yeah, this movie, this like is my Halloween time every year. This and a few other films I have to watch once a year. One of the better zombie movies that is not affiliated with George Romero. Dan O'Bannon took it a different direction, and this movie is responsible for how most of media interprets zombies. It's never in cartoons and stuff like The Simpsons, for instance. It's never the Romero zombies where if you shoot them in the head they die. It's always these kind of zombies that you can cut them up into pieces, and they're still going to come after you. And yeah, that's probably a little bit scarier. Definitely worth getting. This is a buy for sure. Okay, what do we got next up? Yeah, it's a film, and it was, okay. Was really surprised at the casting for this movie. I can't believe they got both of them to do this. It's funny, I'll give it that, but for being the subject matter that it is, it definitely felt like, it definitely felt PG-13. I'll just say that. It's okay for a pizza and a Friday night kind of movie. I had a couple of beers to get through it. What do we got next? Oh, look at this. We go from one horror musical to another. Now, this movie is like my teenage years. I swear I had to have watched this close to 100 times. Yeah. I can quote just about every line of it, and yet I've never been to a live show. Can you believe it? Well, don't dream it, be it. I know. What do we got down the line? Coming up next. Yes, you're seeing that price right. Big Lots has some crazy deals. $3 for a Blu-ray of The Ruins. And I have to give a shout out to Jesse, my co-host, because he actually got me the book version of The Ruins, and I cannot wait to crack that thing open. I know I haven't yet. You should see the pile of books I need to get to. We don't have enough hours in the day to do all the things that we like, right? Okay, what do we got next? Running Scared. Yeah, some people might not consider this a horror movie either, but I will fight you on that one. With the tone of the film, the themes that they have going on with it, it's pretty dark. I would even go so far as to call it bleak. You're definitely not getting out of this movie without some scars. It's that kind of just gritty. Ugh, some of the things in that movie, man. Probably can't talk about them on YouTube. Not getting a strike. Moving down the line to something a little bit more wholesome. Yeah, now that's an every holiday watch. Now that and Krampus make a great double feature. Those two together, heck yeah, that's a good holiday. Of course, Bill Murray, one of the roles that I think really made him just a legend. Like, people associate this movie with Bill Murray. There's like nobody else that even comes close. Even though there's so many good actors in the movie, he's the one you remember from it. And yeah, I just am a personal fan of the Bill. It's great to see him on stuff still, but back in the day, he was just the best. Coming down to I kind of consider this one a holiday film too. This strange, not quite steelbook kind of version of Sleepy Hollow. Now, I got this out of Walmart, I want to say last Halloween, and I think it was like $10, but it actually contains the full Washington Irving The Legend of Sleepy Hollow book inside of it. So it kind of felt like a I don't want to call it like a family kind of deal, but now you could have your story to read to your kids before you might let them watch this at some point. I know I saw it as a kid, and I turned out okay, right? Right? Okay, let's get to the next one. Oh, and what a next one it is. That's right. The one and only Seven. I would say David Fincher's best movie. Maybe that's just me, but great cast, Brad Pitt and Morgan Freeman, and it's impossible not to spoil the movie by talking about it, so you already know who else is the secret star of the movie, but they didn't say anything about him being in the movie before it came out, so, that was a really good marketing decision. I know David Fincher actually fought the studio on that they could not put his name anywhere in the advertising. And look how it paid off. One of the best thriller horrors that there has ever been. And there's a second one that's still on this shelf too. But still one of my personal favorites. If not, yeah, it's in the contention for my favorite movie of all time. Okay, enough fanboying out about David Fincher. Let's keep going with, it's The Shining. I know Jesse had a pretty cool copy that it was a little bit different. This is just the standard, regular, buy-off-the-shelf kind of Blu-ray. Probably got it on Amazon or something, I couldn't tell you. But yeah, this is another one of those iconic films that me saying a blurb about it probably won't tell you anything you don't already know. It's the Shaun of the Dead Steelbook. Another one of the ones that Jesse wants to steal off my shelf. It's just one of those days when you're feeling a little dead. Yeah. Let's crack this open. Yeah, just regular disc design, but it's a nice film. I love that record on the front too. I'm a huge vinyl junkie, and just that scene where they're tossing the records, deciding which ones to go. It was pretty funny. It's just a good movie all around. Alright, what are we up to? Oh man, yeah, this was one of my best purchases in a while. The Criterion Collection for The Silence of the Lambs. That's one movie that definitely deserved the Criterion treatment. And I think I've watched this movie at least a dozen times, and I want to say the last 3 times were since I bought this, because this copy is just, it's so good. It doesn't start out, like the picture quality seems to get better as it goes, which is weird for a movie. Usually it's pretty consistent, but I think they were just using what they had for the original material, so maybe the first couple reels were a little bit different film stock, who knows. Good movie though, definitely pick this one up. Yeah, this and Manhunter make a pretty good combo. Some people know Manhunter, some people don't. That's for the deep cut Hannibal fans out there. Oh, what are we up to? Oh, well, look at that. Now that is a pretty cool cover. That is the Scream Factory, I want to say. Yes, Scream Factory Special Edition for Silent Hill. And that one was a pretty good score, because I was just browsing the site and was one of them that they still had in stock, which was surprising to me. I mean, with the slipcover and everything, I would have thought a movie that was as old as this is, unless they just put this out recently, but man, that art is awesome. I would love to have a shirt of that. Oh, Silent Hill, the video game turned movie that should have been a bigger hit. It did pretty good at the box office, but I feel like they didn't utilize it well enough. That second one, I watched it once and I already forget what it was about. But this one, man, they nailed the music and everything. It's just, yeah, awesome. Still can't get over that art, man. Alright, I gotta move on. Moving on. Alright, now I know Jesse already had this movie in his collection and was talking about, it's Sing! No, that's too terrifying. No, it's Sinister. Oh, I completely agree with you, Jesse. This is, seeing this in the theater, I did too. You were talking about that lawnmower scene. My God, man. The entire theater had to have jumped 3 feet out of their seats. Not even joking. Like, everybody just all at once, it was like a wave. That I've only seen that once in the theater with any movie, and it was Sinister. it could have been close to a perfect film if it wasn't for that damn jump scare ending. If it wasn't for that, it would have been almost perfect. But hey, I'll still watch it again. Heck, I might watch it next weekend. Alright, let's keep going. Into some more obscure for some territory. Yes, the Brian Yuzna classic, Society. And Jesse still refuses to watch it. I don't know why he would be repelled by a movie that looks like this. You know, you don't judge a movie by its cover. I'm sure it's not that bad, right? Yeah, if you know, you know. I'll move on. What do we got? Going down the line. Oh, you know, not quite horror, but honorable mention category for just the visual effects. Some of the gore effects in this, man. I remember seeing this in the theater, and I was kind of young for the time, and it was, yeah, pretty shocking when they have their basic training accident. Oh boy, was not expecting it to get that visceral. But then when they go into battle, you know, yeah, it gets cranked up. So just a little mention on that one. Now here's one I'm sure Jesse has probably never seen: the Full Moon Classic, Subspecies. And look at these little guys. It's a good movie for its time and for its pretty limited budget. It does tell a story, and yeah, I can't really hype it up too much because it's a little bit of a dull first act, I would say. You gotta get a good hour into it before things really start picking up, but it's what we grew up with. The Full Moon pictures like this and like Doll Man and you know, Evil Toys, or was it Demon Toys? Ah, man, it's been so long since I watched it. Oh. Now, speaking of movies from the past, man, spookies. Yeah, you know. I heard there's a very popular rap song that's about this movie. Watching Spookies? Yeah. That is just great art too, though. Look at this slipcover. All of the various spookies that can be seen in the film, and the woman that they're trying to not kill because she's important, or are they trying to kill her? We don't know in the movie either. And this guy, this damn guy from the movie that is so annoying. Let's see if I can. Oh, okay, it's just the same art on the inside. Almost thought it was different. Yes, Spookies. Jesse, you're gonna get to watch this someday. I'm making you watch this, but we're gonna watch the Joe Bob version because he breaks it down pretty good. Oh, now look at this. Yeah, we already watched this one, didn't we? The awesome Steelbook from yes, I believe that's Synapse. Yeah, the guys at Synapse killed it on this one. Look at that. Oh, yeah, I'm just gonna stop waving the camera around like an idiot. That is just gorgeous. Yeah, I'd just put that up to display it somewhere. It's a great movie, too. I bet it's another one of those, it's such a classic, I'm not even gonna do it justice. Well, we'll keep on marching down the line here. And we got another really good twofer. Now, I was a fan of the video Dead from when I was about 14, and my video store actually had this on VHS, and I got to watch it, which is pretty crazy because it's about a haunted television set that the living dead are coming out of, and it's worth a watch, man. It's pretty good. I wouldn't say it's perfect by a long shot because it is the cheapo kind of movie, but for, you know, something a 14-year-old rents on a Friday night, yeah, it was better than some of the other crap I'd been watching. But then I hadn't seen this one until I actually bought this Blu-ray, and this is another one of those movies that probably was in the video store and I might have overlooked it to rent something else, and they never do a great job with some of the covers on conveying what exactly the movie is about. I thought it was more sci-fi from the look of it, but it's definitely horror. And some weird shit, too. It kind of reminds me a little bit of Society, but yeah, you'd have to watch it to know what I mean on that one. Society, too. Alright, let's get on with it, because I think we're going to end up having a part 4. Because I'm only down to this much shelf space, and I've still got all those other ones. Man, and stuff from another pile. Whoa. What do we got here? Oh, we're getting into the block. A block somewhere in Texas. Yep, it's the OG, the one that started them all, the Texas Chainsaw Massacre. Yeah, it's not like I'm going to spend too much time on these because, you know, it's another one of the icons. It's Leatherface. What can you say? Yeah. Let's get on to 2. And someone wrote on my copy here. I don't know why someone would do that to this nice artwork. Oh, but it appears that this Chop Top fellow must have autographed my copy of Texas Chainsaw Massacre Part 2. Oh, what a nice guy. Yeah, this is actually, of the series, I think this might be my favorite. Because, yeah, Bill Moseley and Dennis Hopper just going completely insane in this movie. It's definitely one for everybody's collection. Hopefully you can get a decent copy somewhere, but if not, I know it is streaming a few places. And, yep, right up to number 3. Just slapped Leatherface straight on the name now, so we can just get that out front so everybody knows what they're signing up for. And somehow this movie has not quite as much Leatherface as the last one did. Go figure. But it does have a weird-ass Viggo Mortensen. Yeah, he was in a Texas Chainsaw Massacre movie. Don't ever forget. But he wasn't the last person to have a strange cameo in a Texas Chainsaw Massacre movie. Oh no. We have the Texas Chainsaw Massacre: The Next Generation with Renee Zellweger and Matthew friggin' McConaughey. Oh man, did they try to stop this movie from being made? Yes, they did. Did they try to make this movie go away and never come out? Yes, they did. Is it on my shelf now? Hell yes, it is. Yeah, when video stores close, sometimes you can get really lucky, because trying to get a copy of this online is starting to get a little pricey. Now we got another really nice steelbook I couldn't say no to. One of the more poignant movies on the list, John Carpenter's They Live. Oh yeah, that's some pretty awesome art. Of course, all the signs, you need the sunglasses. Just put them on. One of the best fight scenes of all time, right? Alright, we're gonna finish this video out here pretty quick. I think we got a couple more to get to. Yes, my copy of Trick or Treat. Another one of the 4 or 5 movies I binge watch every Halloween. Everyone should. Then I have... oh my god. Oh my sweet Jesus. Yes, it's actually a Blu-ray copy of Troll 2. Now I'm going to be honest, I did not special order this. I did not go looking for this. This movie found me. I was in my local record store, and I just happened to notice behind the counter this movie peeking out from a couple other movies that were back there in a stack, and I'm like, hey, is that a copy of Troll 2 on Blu-ray? And the owner turned to me and said, oh yeah, somebody ordered that in special about 2 months ago and never came and picked it up. Do you want it? Yes. Why not, man? They're at the right time, and I've probably put this on in front of groups of people without them knowing what I was going to put on probably about 10 times now, and it's never a dull reaction whenever they see the screen start popping up. Great movie for friends and parties. I mean, put this on in the background and just have fun with it. Alright. Oh, now, yes, it's Us. One of those really weird movies that you had no idea what to expect going in. And even after watching it, it's tough to try and really talk about what happened in this movie. Was it perfect? No. I mean, I thought personally Get Out was better, but I liked it. I didn't end up picking up a copy until, again, the video store was closing down, and hey, why not? $5. Couldn't go wrong. Oh, now there's one of my picks for one of the best recent movies to come out. And they really could have done a better job with this cover. That's one of the dullest, just barely put the name on it. Half of the cover is her face. Yeah, they could have done a better job with that, but the movie itself is really freaking good. It's something I can't spoil because it's new enough, but a bunch of people in an underwater research station that's basically like the real-life version of C-Lab, and it was a comedy. Everything starts going wrong. There's emergencies, the water's coming in, and they have to abandon the station and try to get to another station, but there's something out there in the deep. Well, of course there is, it's a horror movie, but it's fun to find out what it is, and they do excellent effects work in this movie. Yeah, check it out. That's got to be my recommendation for this whole video. Alright, I think I'm going to call it there, guys. We'll get into some of these other ones next time. Oh, I'm out of breath from all that. This is Jonas from The Night Shift. Have a good one, guys.